आइडियल स्ट्रैटेजी, आई वांट टू समराइज कि जीडी में कैसे अच्छा परफॉर्म कर सकते हो. First thing, you understand the topic really well. Do not just try to start first in the name of taking initiative, in the name of entering in the first 1 or 2 minutes. Do not just start. Take a deep breath, understand the topic well, think of what you need to speak before you start. And then your first point makes a very good impression, right? So make sure that counts. Do not speak something and एक बार अगर पहले ही impression खराब हो गई. I'm not talking about the GTO, I'm talking about your group. This is the first time you are interacting with them in a task. So the first impression that you make will last. They'll respect you as a learned and active member of the group, and that is very important. You need to earn the respect of your group if you need to do well in the GTO tasks. So enter only after you have understood, and only if you feel you are the person who needs to start. If it is necessary, tabhi enter karna. Otherwise, take your time. It's okay. Let others speak. You can start after a while also. No harm in that. And speak only 2 or 3 logical quality points. Even if you speak like, let's say, 4 or 5 points overall throughout the discussion, that is also okay. But keep your entries limited. Do not keep talking. Think a lot. While others are speaking, you think of what you want to say. And then when you get your chance, minimum words, maximum impact. Keep that in mind. 10 बार बोलने से कोई मतलब नहीं है. 3 4 बार भी बोलो उसमें. If you speak very good points, that is the best you can do. And whenever others are giving ideas, please support them. Do not take it as an individual task, or do not take it as a task where you are here to create an impression. Because honestly, if all 8 or 10 of you in the GTO group perform well, and all 8 or 10 are eligible to get recommended, it is anyway not a competition. It is only you displaying your qualities. So try to support others' ideas. It helps a lot. It creates a good impression of you. And whenever there is chaos, whenever there is a situation where people have digressed from the issue, try to bring the discussion back on track. Give a reminder that maybe we are diverting from the topic, or maybe we are speaking a lot and no one is able to understand what chaotic fish market situation हो रखा है. So please let us bring back the discussion on track. बोल सकते हो. So that is a good quality expected from a leader. And whenever the opportunity comes, that is towards the end of the discussion, you can briefly summarize whatever has been discussed. Or even, let's say, in the middle of the discussion, if you want to give some point, you can just quickly say, till now we have discussed on A, B, C, these 3 points. Now I want to add something else. I want to bring a new perspective. ऐसे बोल के you can add your point. So that is the ideal strategy you can follow during the group discussion of SSB. And I have told you this many times: quality over quantity always. Be it your GD, be it your interview, be it your psych tests, anything, quality matters over quantity. So keep that in mind even in your group discussion. That is all about GD. Let's move towards group planning exercise. A very interesting task again. For those who haven't been to SSB, this may be a surprising test also. Group planning exercise, sometimes also called military planning exercise. It is a test where a candidate's ability to analyze complex situations and formulate practical solutions, that too under time pressure, is being tested. So remember this line. I've tried to summarize what is GPE in very, very understandable form. They are trying to test your ability to analyze complex situations, formulate practical solutions under time pressure. That is all. And what are the materials that are provided to you? You're given a situation, that is the brief that is given to you. Some situation, let us discuss कि क्या क्या होती है उसमें. But for now, remember, you are given a situation. You are given a map of the area. There is usually a big chart or a 3D model kept where an entire map is drawn of the area you are operating in, and you are given a set of problems. So problems may be anything. We'll see with an example later on कि कैसे कैसे problems होती है. But just out of simple example, if we have to think, you are a group of 10 hostel students who went to some trip in the morning, and in the afternoon when you were coming back, your taxi just faced a puncture. When you were down, when you were trying to change the stepney or something, a group of miscreants came and they blackmailed you. And in the same time, they also discussed कि they are planning to bomb the chief minister's convoy going through that route in the evening. And some other person came and he overheard a group of terrorists planting a bomb on a train track. And then when all this was happening, one of your teammates got injured and he is bleeding from his head. And Okay, 4 5 problems you are trying to deal with, and as a last, nail in the coffin, some old man comes running and says his cow is missing, his sheep are missing, anything. So this is your situation overall. A GPE, if I have to put a simple example, ऐसे हो सकती है, 4 5 problems एक साथ आ गए, and all are seemingly important problems, and you have limited resources, and usually it is given that mobile network नहीं है, आसपास में कोई police station नहीं है, etc. So now you are 10 people. How will you solve all these problems? That is how a GPE is structured. Your key requirements when you are solving a GPE, how well you will manage time, because that also is always given. Currently, let's say it is 2 p.m. and by 8 p.m. you have to enter your hostel gate. Otherwise, they will close the gates and you will be punished. So, वो time limit होती है. Now it is 2 p.m. and deadline is 8 p.m. So you have 6 hours, and within 6 hours all these problems should be solved, and you should also reach back your hostel. तो एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, but there may be many such cases like this. How will you allocate your resources? Resources could be anything. Your teammates are your resources, time is your resource, money is your resource, all the helping material that you have around you are also resources. So how well you allocate them and distribute them in order to complete all your problems or tasks, that is important. And how do you do collective decision making? It should not be like तुम सब कुछ plan बता रहे हो and you are expecting everyone to follow your orders. Not the case, because you are still not the leader of the group, unless it is a command task or something where you are chosen to be the commander and you are given subordinates. All 8 of you, 10 of you, how many of you ever do the GTO tasks together, are equals. So you will have to discuss and come up with collective decisions. So that skill is also important. So overall, these three: how will you manage time, how do you allocate your resources, and how do you discuss and make collective decisions. This is what they are checking for. And GPA assesses practical intelligence and ability to work under pressure. Understood, because in the example I told also, these 5 6 problems that have come to you suddenly, you need practical intelligence. These are not taught in textbooks. These are not, mugged up anywhere. So you need to be, street smart, practically intelligent to solve these problems. And how well you work under pressure, whether you have the ability to, handle stress and still deliver, that is checked in your GP. First phase is the problem is given to you, the brief is given, where I gave you an example, right, of 4 5 problems coming together. So वैसे ही एक paper में they'll give you a brief of, the entire problem statement, and the map is also shown. The map is in front of you. The GT also comes and explains each thing on the map. And first phase is for you to develop your own solution. If you were the only person taking decisions and you were the leader of this group, how would you react? What all things would you do? They are, trying to check that whether you can think logically, whether you can prioritize problems. Very very important, because I told you a set of 5 problems. uh, Many people may not have realized this, but saving a cow or saving a sheep is your least priority, because the other problems are high stake. Your friend is bleeding, that is like very very important and time bound. And bombing a chief minister's convoy, or trying to plant a bomb on the train track where thousands of people could be killed, these are high stake problems. These are things which need your immediate attention. Even if an old man doesn't find his cow, doesn't find his sheep, it is not the end of the world. It's okay, he can still survive. So that should be one of your last priorities. So I told you my priority, your priority may be different. You may feel ki saving the cow or the sheep is your top priority. That is up to you. I'm just saying prioritizing your tasks based on, perceived importance levels is very important. And having a clear plan, whether you are just giving out vague statements कि ये प्रॉब्लम्स है, 4 5 लोग इधर जाएंगे सॉल्व कर लेंगे, 2 लोग कहीं दूसरी जगह चले जाएंगे, दे विल सॉल्व दैट. दैट इज नॉट क्लैरिटी ऑफ प्लान. यू नीड टू टेल एग्जैक्टली कि कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे, किस रूट से जाएंगे, कितना टाइम तक जाएंगे, क्या रिसोर्सेस लेके जाएंगे, एंड हाउ विल दे सॉल्व इट, हाउ विल दे कम बैक. If one person fails, do we have a backup to it? So all these things, when you think, you will get a better picture, you will get a better plan. So that clarity in your mind is being checked. And time management, again, self-explanatory. It's a time-bound task. Whether you will manage your time well and still do all the tasks is being checked in your individual written plan. And some very important points for you to remember: there is no such perfect plan. Any such problem which comes in real life also, different people will have different approaches, and all approaches could be correct. You can argue, you can debate about them, but there is nothing perfect. No one can say कि मेरा ही perfect plan है, तुम्हारा wrong idea है. No one can say. And simplicity matters a lot. You cannot give out very, very unrealistic or complex solutions, which may sound good on paper, but on ground, if you go and do, they will always fail. Any simple plan, any plan with proper explanation is proven to be successful. And the more complexity you add, the lesser likely that you will solve the problem. So try to keep that in mind. And feasibility is very critical. I told you, you cannot put unrealistic stuff. You cannot say I'll run 10 kilometers alone and go and save the person within 30 minutes. नहीं हो पाएगा. कोई बंदा 30 मिनट में 10 किलोमीटर नहीं भाग सकता. Unless you are some world champion runner or something, it's almost impossible. So those points you need to remember, and focus on practical solutions. Do not elaborate, you know, unrealistic ideas or as a filmy stories are not expected. Simple practical solutions, if you give, that is all they are looking for. During the discussion phase, that is after your individual solutions have been written, the GTO will collect those, and then you are expected to start discussing. Uh, he may not collect, you can just flip the paper and keep it on your desk, but you are not allowed to refer to it later. एक बार लिख लिया आपका individual solution, you are not supposed to go through it later during the discussion. Once the discussion phase starts, after your individual planning, all your group members, now, as a team, you are expected to discuss your plans and then arrive at a common group solution. अपना अपना individual solutions तो लिख लिया. Now come together, discuss, give your points, and then towards the end of it, like 15-20 minutes में मुझे बताना कि as a group what will you do? That is what the GTO will ask you. And then during this discussion phase, you will share your individual plans. You will make an analysis of strengths and weaknesses of each plan. अगर तुम्हारा plan तुम्हें लग रहा है व्हेन यू राइट इट मेरा बेस्ट प्लान था, बट वंस द डिस्कशन स्टार्ट्स यू विल गेट ऐसे पॉइंट्स जो तुमने सोचा ही नहीं होगा. अरे हाँ यार, यहाँ पे एक ब्रिज था, आई डेंट गिव अटेंशन टू इट. और मे बी दिस वॉज अ पोस्ट ऑफिस, सो वी कुड एक्सपेक्ट कि वो पोस्ट ऑफिस में कोई तो हेल्प के लिए रह सकता था. तो दिस ऑल्सो आई डेंट गेट इन माइंड. ऐसे बहुत आइडियाज आएंगे विच ड्यूरिंग द डिस्कशन यू विल रियलाइज. सो एंड ड्यूरिंग द डिस्कशन यू मे ऑल्सो रियलाइज कि तुम्हारे पॉइंट्स और अच्छे हैं और ग्रुप इज सेइंग समथिंग बट योर पॉइंट वॉज बेटर देन देम. सो यू कैन टेल दैट ऑल्सो, दिस इज माई strength and this is my weakness. वो clearly तुम्हें दिख जाएगा. That analysis of your own strong and weak points and contributing all your strong points and trying to realize your weak points during the discussion, that is what happens. And then after all these points come out, a consensus building phase starts where सबने अपना अपना points बोल दिया. Now we will discuss together and see किसका अच्छा था, कौन बोलेगा, and what all are the feasible points with which we can solve the case or solve the GP. That is how the discussion happens. During this discussion phase, what is the GTO observing? Whether you are accepting better ideas, very important, because you have already written something and you will first try and convince the group कि तुम्हारा ideas implement होनी चाहिए. That is basic human nature. But that is not what is expected. You are supposed to accept any idea which is better than yours. वो तुम्हें खुद पता चल जाएगा when there is a logical point, when you realize कि that point is better than yours. You should be accepting, you should be humble enough to say हाँ तुम्हारा मेरा plan से अच्छा है. And whether you are able to resolve conflicts. Whenever there is a group context, there is always chaos, there is always difference in opinion which is expected. So whether you can resolve those conflicts peacefully in a very amicable officer like manner, that is seen. And natural leaders will emerge. If you see any group discussion, even if you are the assessor, you can point out and say कि हाँ ये दो तीन लोग अच्छे थे. They were the people who gave the best points. They were the ones who were calm. They let others also speak. They were very well behaved in the group. तो ये सब तुम देख के ही बोल सकते हो. So that natural emergence of your leadership comes during the discussion phase. That also is noted down by the GTO. And basic your effective communication skills also are judged. So that is all the GP is about.